This is how I made my homemade paper. I bought a book from the dollar store and I removed the pages and cut them in small pieces. I could have used a shredder, but I wanted to do it in a more traditional way to see how long it would take. So after that, I put the pieces in a bucket and I filled the bucket with water and I let the paper absorb that water. Some people leave them 2 minutes. I decided to leave it for a whole hour, and you can see here all the little pieces of paper absorbing that water. After that, you put the paper in a blender or in a food processor until you get the desired pulp that you are looking for. You need to add a little bit of water so that the processor would work better. Here you can see that I put the pulp in a bucket and I added some food coloring to get the color that I desired. In my case, I used red, and when I added water, it turned out to be a little bit pink. I also added some wildflowers from my garden so that I would have a little bit of nature in the paper, and those flowers contain seeds, so you can put the paper in a pot and have flowers too. Then I bought some frames from the Dollar Tree and I created my own equipment to make the paper. I bought 2 frames, and in one of them I cut one of these splatter screens and I applied it to the frame. So that was a very cheap way to have your own equipment. I only spent $4 for everything that I needed. You can see here that I'm taking with the screen some of the pulp, and that's how you create the paper. So you shake it a little bit once you take it out of the water, and there you have the piece of paper that you are looking for. You can see that it has some leaves and flowers inside, and there is ready to be turned around and put it in a piece of cloth so that it's gonna get dry. The shape is not perfect because it's the first one that I made in my whole life. So here I'm flipping it on top of some clothes, and to dry it a little bit better with a sponge that I bought at the dollar store, you dry it a little bit so that you kind of do the process faster. And there you can see that with 20 pages of a book, I created 10 pages of my homemade paper. It's completely wet, so you have to leave it around 24 hours. And here is the final process and the paper. And I'm very, very satisfied with the product. When you put it to dry, it looks pretty gray, but then as it gets drier, you start to see the color that you choose for your paper. In my case, it started raining, so I had to finish my drying process in the oven, but it went really good. It went fast, and it's an experience that it is a little bit of work, but I think it's really worth it. So I'm gonna try to do different things with the paper and hopefully make a video to show you how those things turn out. I'm planning for some tags and bookmarks and hopefully some more things. So thank you for joining me in this video, and we will see each other in the next one.